So when they call him anti-American, anti-Semitic, anti-white, homophobic, the question is, does Farrakhan tell the, and does he tell the truth? Like, that's exactly right. But there's a price to pay for telling that kind of truth. And when Jesus began to expose the hypocrisy in leadership and then went into the temple and turned over the money changers and said, the house of my Father, in so many words, is a house of prayer, not a den of thieves. See, he went after those traitors, those money changers, those thieves, those robbers. And when those that control the purse strings are exposed, then you know that it's a matter of days before they have to do something. Now, I am so all over the place in my notes because time moves so fast, but I just wanted to show you a couple of things. Can you all give me just a few more minutes? Now, when after they decided that Jesus must be put to death, the whole assembly, according to the book of Luke, the 23rd chapter, after they tried him, they led him off to Pilate, and they began to accuse him, saying, "We have found this man subverting our nation. He opposes payment of taxes to Caesar and claims to be Christ, a king." So Pilate asked Jesus, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Now, each gospel says it a little different. Luke says that Jesus said, "Yes, it is as you say." Look at the wise way in which he answered. "It is as you say." Then Pilate announced to the chiefs and the crowd, "I find no basis for a charge against this man," but they insisted. He stirs up the people all over Judea by his teaching. He started in Galilee and has come all the way here. So on hearing this, Pilate asked the man, was he a Galilean? And when he learned that Jesus was under Herod's jurisdiction, he sent them back to Herod. And when Herod saw Jesus, he was greatly pleased, because for a long time he had been wanting to see him. Of course, he had planned to get rid of him before he was born. So he's like, okay, this is the guy I'd been looking for. This the man I couldn't stop at the time of his birth. He said from what he had heard about him, he hoped to see him perform some miracle. And he plied with many questions, but Jesus gave him no answer. The chief priests and the teachers of the law were standing there vehemently accusing him. Then Herod and his soldiers ridiculed him, mocked him, dressed him in an elegant robe, and sent him back to Pilate. Pilate, upon receiving Jesus again, called together the chief priests, the rulers, and the people, and said to them, "You brought me this man as one who was inciting the people to rebellion. I have examined him in your presence and have no basis, and have found no basis for a charge against him. Neither has Herod. See, Pilate was validated by the Jewish authorities. Pilate was walking a thin line because he wanted to protect his relationship with the high priests. He didn't find any fault in Jesus, but the Jewish authorities. And why do I keep hammering that home? Because Brother Farrakhan has been caught in a controversy, thank you, with those that say they are Jews, that are in positions of power. And they, listen to me good, they do not like Brother Farrakhan. Now, there's a lot more that I could say, which is probably not time now. But if you just take everything that happened, that you believe happened 2,000 years ago, and bring it all the way up to today. Our president was, as the minister said, selected before he was elected. Who were his backers? Who were his, who financed his campaign? For what purpose? You got to know how this thing goes down and how the game is played. But the ultimate aim of this world, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us, is to kill the messenger of God. President Barack Obama is walking a thin rope as we speak. And he has upset Israel because his administration has asked for them to halt the continued building that they are doing over there in the land that makes it difficult for them to broker peace with the Palestinians because they continue to build their establishments. Look at the reaction. I heard the former ambassador to Netanyahu say on, I think it was Fox News, when asked if they would go alone against Iran and bomb their nuclear facilities. He's hesitated at first, and then he said, yes, even if the United States is not with Israel, and even if they have to risk war in the Middle East. This is some serious drama that is being played out, brothers and sisters. Barack Obama is being crucified as well. Look at what they're doing to him. When have you ever seen where a president of the United States of America, that you have a preacher and people calling for his what? Death. Could this actually be happening in America? Calling for the death of your president? Having images of the character from Batman, the Joker, then having images of him looking like Hitler. This is what they're doing to our brother, because if he does not follow the agenda, then he also comes under crucifixion. Oh, yes. They don't play now. They're serious. And so, as I bring this part to a close, I wanted to take you through each leader that we have lost, from Nat Turner, Demont Vesey, Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey. All of these wonderful, brilliant leaders. Noble Drew Ali, Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X. Just look at all of the brilliant leaders that we have produced, but one by one, these great leaders of ours were crucified. Their movements and organizations destroyed. Marcus Garvey, just a beautiful black man from Jamaica, who organized black people by the tens and the thousands into nearly 4 million members, became a part of the Universal Improvement Negro Association. He came under charges, was indicted for mail fraud. See? Now, oh, there he is. What crime did he commit except that he saw that there was no future for black people in America, that we had to make our exodus and go back to Africa if we were not going to be treated with justice in America? What most of these strong black leaders have in common is that they all advocated separation, economic self-sufficiency, being independent of the master. As long as we stayed uptown, we were able to provide jobs for ourselves and give a quality education to our children. But when the idea to go downtown and integrate with the former slave master, we absolutely went downtown. We went down. And we were already up. But we, with the slave mentality, wanted to eat in the same restaurants and, you know, sleep in their hotels, and we had it all. We don't have nothing now. Yeah, we downtown, all right, just down and out of town. Look at these, but